Welcome back. We are here with part 3 of Eliza's Reign, and we are doing check-ins today. So we are going to start with the Kitsune Duchy, and it is also Love Day, so we're going to have German and Cordelia get flirty with each other. And I'm sorry if the sound quality is a little different today. It is really late at night, and everyone else is sleeping, so I'm trying to be a little quiet, but I did want to get this video out in time for tomorrow, so that's why. And the twins are together, so they are super sweet. And then we have all the other kids. They've got 5 kids. Actually, I should probably go through everyone's names and stuff just so that you can be familiar with some of the families. So let me pull that up. Okay, so we have Cordelia and German, and their children are Layla and Aubrey are the twin girls, with Layla as the heir. She was born first. We have Deacon, who is their third child and their son. We have Alexander and Cade, who are the twin toddlers. So that is everyone in that family. And now we are going to head to the next family, which is the Siren family. And actually, it's kind of funny. I didn't even realize that Regina's affair baby, Joanna, ended up being evil. So we'll have to see where that goes. But anyway, we are here at the Siren Duchy. It is still Love Day, so we are going to have Regina and Nasir get flirty with each other. So Regina and Nasir, let me see, any relation to the Kitsune Duchy? Regina is Cordelia's half sister, and German is Nasir's brother, so they actually do have quite the connection. And their children are Giselle, who is their heir and firstborn, Cody, and Joanna, who is the affair baby with Regina's father-in-law, who has since passed. And then Chantel and Maureen are twins. So we have a lot of twins and triplets and stuff in Generation 3. It's kind of wild. And I didn't even do that on purpose. It just like happened. In fact, I think Chantel and Maureen were actually supposed to be triplets, and I was like, no, I'm cutting it off at 5 children. We're not playing that game. So that is the Siren household. And I'm just having Regina work on her charisma in order to get a better job. But we are going to head over to the Griffin household next. And Mikkel and Cassidy are the Griffin Duke and Duchess. And they, Mikkel was just caught cheating on Cassidy with Ashlyn. I mean, everyone kind of knew he was a cheater, but he had a baby with Ashlyn, and the baby literally looks just like him, so there was no hiding it anymore. And it was one of those things that Eliza had to deal with as queen, because usually, if someone has a baby out of wedlock, you have to get married. But since they're both already married, um, I think that they were all just hoping that it would blow over and that they wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. But you'll see soon that that is not going to be the case. So Cassidy had baby trapped Mikkel as a teenager with the triplets, Mikkel Jr., LJ, and Xander. And Mikkel is Regina's full brother and Cordelia's half brother. So that's what our relations are. And they have some other children too. They have, oh, and look, Eliza's here. Maybe Eliza's here to kind of, make sure that everything is still okay. Like, y'all still good? Like, you're not gonna lose it or anything? And they're all like, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. And I'm not really sure she believes it, but she's just kind of go with what they're saying because you can't like pressure someone to give you a different answer. So anyway, Mikkel is sneaking out to see Ashlyn, and they live next door to each other, so it's really easy. I was hoping for it to be a little more subtle than this, but she walked right up to the door. So Cassidy actually saw Mikkel still continuing his affair even after this whole debacle, and she is not happy about that. I mean, she is like really, really into Mikkel. I mean, so much so that she baby trapped him on purpose. And so she just like cannot get it out of her head that he didn't just settle down with her. They've got 5 kids. Let me see. What are their other kids' names? Esther is the 4th child, and then Who is our next child? Asa. And I don't actually know which language the name Asa is supposed to be from, but I took Japanese in college, so I'm just going to say it's like Asa as in morning, but I don't know if that's true. Also, all the boys in the Griffin Duchy have purple eyes, so I'm excited about that. Now we are here with the Perryton household, and I'm just going to have Yuji work on his career. And Ashlyn is just, met with Mikkel, and it's a whole thing. And so they have four kids. The first one is Morgan, who's the heir, and then Winston, and then Terry. And then the last child, Finn, is Mikkel's. You can see that he's blonde and has purple eyes. There was no way they were ever going to pass him off as Yuji's child. So anyway, she's also working on her career by getting her charisma up. So that's what we're doing here. She gets a promotion. I'm just, I don't know if I've explained this season, but I am promoting them when they have the skills when I am in their households because we're not around to take them all to work every day. So anyway, Ashlyn is coming outside to like check the mail or something. And Cassidy kind of comes out her front door and sees her and then is like, "Hey, Ashlyn." Of course, my Sims don't want to be in the same place at the same time. First, Cassidy tries to walk away, then Ashlyn tries to walk away. I think they knew what was coming. But anyway, so Cassidy kind of sees Ashlyn and is like, "Oh, Ashlyn, like, I realize that we're not going to be able to get rid of each other. Like, this is just the way it's going to be. So I wanted to give you a present to show my sincerity." And she gives her an apple. So what Ashlyn doesn't know is that it's a poison apple. And Cassidy is kind of trying to get rid of the competition here. She does not want Mikhail to leave her. And so she gives Ashlyn the poison apple and then says, "Okay, great. Like, I gave you my present. I'll see you around." And she ran home so that nobody could kind of put her at the scene of the crime here. And since she lives next door, it was really easy for her to skedaddle. So Ashlyn is like starting not to feel great. So she's like, maybe I'll go inside and lay down. Like, she doesn't realize what's happened yet. And Yuji is just working on his career on the computer. So I was going to have Ashlyn come upstairs, but she ended up just dying in the foyer there. So everyone comes around is like, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" Like, she just collapsed. And nobody really knows what happened because she was only out there for like moments. It was so brief that like, how could anything have happened in that time frame? So we are going to take this to the graveyard, and everyone is super devastated and like totally shocked. They have no idea like what happened. It was so sudden, and I don't know if this is going to be like a curse for the Perryton family because Ashlyn's father was actually hit by a car while she was a child, and now her heir Morgan is a child, and that is Morgan, right? Yeah. Her heir Morgan is a child, and the like Duchess, because Ashlyn had inherited the title, just died. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing where whenever the reigning Duke or Duchess is heir is a child, they pass away. But we are two for two, so who knows? Now we are going to head over to the marches next. Everyone is kind of in the state of shock. Blaze here is Ashlyn's brother, actually. So that's a big deal. And we're going to have Killian work on their career as well in the culinary career. And Killian and Blaze used Kayla Lyon as their surrogate. And let me see, do I have names of their kids ready? Raven, yeah, Donica is the heir there. She actually came out looking just like Kayla, which I find hilarious. And then we have Craig and then Kari. So that is all of their kids. And we are going to choose the mixology career um, or career branch. So that's what we're doing there. And I think just because that one's a little easier for me, I don't really like to. My Sims, I cheat their needs so they don't cook. um, anyway, So now over at the Lion March, we have Kayla and Adora. So Blaze was their sperm donor, and they have 3 kids. And actually, Kayla is evil, so she wants to do some criminal stuff. So we are going to do 10 mean interactions and be disliked by 2 Sims. And I was gonna have her be mean to Mikkel here because I mean it's not like she's gonna be mean to King Simon. But it's actually kind of funny because she used to date Mikkel, so there's that. And also, they have such a high friendship bar. This was not really my good choice because, um, she'd have to get rid of all that in order to be disliked by him. So that was a mistake. We're going to go to Blaze instead. So Mikkel actually is also really sad because Ashlyn just died and he loves her. And so she goes from picking on Ashlyn's lover to picking on Ashlyn's brother. So I don't know about that. Also, the father of her children. So that's a little awkward. But anyway, they're done having children. So it's not really. So they have a son named Zachary is their heir, and then let's see, Mackenzie, who is a boy, and then oh wait, Kari is sorry, I mixed up the 2 families. Kari is their youngest daughter. Actually, Killian's youngest child's name is Robin. I messed that up, sorry. And Robin does have purple eyes, I think, so that's really exciting as well. So we're going to have her be mean to Blaze and then be mean to Marla as well, who is also Ashlyn's sister. So, she's really not a nice person, but that's fine. So I like that Regina and Eliza are chit-chatting. They're so cute. And we are going to start getting feisty over here with Marla. And um, then we are going to make sure to get her to be disliked. So she's now disliked by Blaze. So we need to get her disliked from Marla as well. And they are actually going to fight. So they're fighting, and everyone's like, oh my goodness. And Eliza's just like, I just became queen, and now all of a sudden everything is falling apart. Like, she's like, seriously? So Eliza's got a lot to worry about. I mean, people are fighting, people are having babies out of wedlock. Her husband's health hasn't been great. Ashlyn just died. So we'll come back to that when we get to the castle. But right now we are heading home with Marla to the Swan March, and her husband Apollo are going to take care of their animals, take care of the chickens, the cow, and the llama. So there's that. And then it's actually kind of bad timing because all the animals are like, I'm going to bed. I should be in bed too, you guys, but that's fine. Everything's fine. So we are also going to have Marla harvest the plants around their house. Actually, I think that their house ended up being in such a great location because of all of those plants right around their house. And we are going to have their child have some cheese. What is their child's name? Her name is Raina. So we have Raina and then Stella are their daughters. And look at how big those swans are. They are like as big as Marla. Anyway, so we are now going to head to the royal family to end our time on. So we are going to come here and check in on everyone. Seth is a literal nightmare all the time because your Sims just automatically dance all the time. Like that's all they want to do is dance. And he hates dancing. So he always goes to autonomously dance and then gets upset about it. So whatever. Anyway, so Eliza and Simon are kind of talking about what's been going on. And, you know, there's not really any proof that anything happened, and it was an undetectable poison, so it's not like a medical exam got them anything, so they really don't know what to do. And they're just, I mean, obviously your prime suspects are either Yuji or Cassidy because they are the wronged parties in this affair, but there's nothing they can do. They can't prove anything. So Eliza's just like, I don't like, she's just like so overwhelmed with everything that's been going on. People, like I said, people are fighting, people are killing each other. And also Simon's health has not been that great. So it's just like way more than one person should have to handle. So she's just gonna, you know, whether it's good for the kingdom or not, she wants to focus on her husband and her family, and she wants to put that first. So whether or not that makes her a good queen, I don't know, but um, we are just going to focus on that for her. And, if anything else comes out later, she will investigate it, of course. But right now, she's kind of hit all sorts of dead ends, and it's not like anybody's going to accuse anybody of anything. So, anyway, we are currently in screenshots. So, there's just a few screenshots from everything that happened today. Cassidy finding out that Mikhail was not going to stop seeing Ashlyn and then killing her over it. So, that was a big deal, and then everyone working on their jobs and their aspirations and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And I think that that's about it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one, which will probably be tomorrow if I can get my act together.